welcome back to another video! This week I'm going to be doing my first video back after quitting my weekly upload schedule, and I just wanted to do a bit of a 2019 retrospective since it's literally the 31st of December today. So yeah, the footage that you're going to be seeing is just me clicking through my channel, some videos, and at the end I'm going to be scrolling past very quickly most of the illustrations that I've done this year, and I just wanted to talk a bit about how everything's gone, sort of. So yeah, this year it was almost a full year worth of weekly uploads. I kind of stopped at the end of it because school was just getting way too crazy. So it's been 11 months of weekly uploads, but I did go for over a year because I did start my weekly upload schedule back in 2018. I think it was around July that I haven't missed a day until I kind of quit. But so this year, I think when I counted, it was like 45 total videos I posted, and yeah, it's just been a really interesting year worth of my art journey because it feels like it's been super quick, but also feels like it went by like really slow. Like when I took a look at some of my older illustrations of this past year, it feels like that was like last year or the year before. Like one of the earlier illustrations that I had completed this year was my spider sonar, and I don't know why, it just feels like I watched Into the Spider-Verse like 2-3 years ago. Like it feels like I don't remember a time when that was not a part of my life, sort of thing. But yeah, I really enjoyed this year in terms of my art journey. I felt like I played around with things that I haven't played around so much anymore. Here on the screen we're looking at my second ever attempt at doing an oil painting, which I really want to do more of in the coming year. And I did do a lot more kind of, I would say, completed illustrations. I did so in 2018 as well. Before 2018, I think 2017, 2016, there was a lot more of like sketches and like just practices and stuff like that instead of just completed illustrations. But yeah, this year was definitely another year of completed illustrations. My sketchbook got filled up really quickly. I filled up one sketchbook that was 5x8, and that was like less than 200 pages. I think it was like 160 or 180 pages. I filled that one sketchbook in the entire year. It was like really tiny, but I also started a larger sketchbook in which I filled up like already like a third of it like from Inktober, my trip to Japan and stuff like that. And yeah, so it hasn't been a very big year in terms of traditional art so much. I think it's been a bigger digital year. It's also been a year where I've gotten a lot more comfortable with drawing on my iPad for one, which makes me very happy because the iPad was quite a big investment and I got it specifically for drawing purposes, and now I feel like I'm really getting a handle on using it and stuff like that. I feel like this year was also a really big year in fan art for me. I feel like I've drawn more fan art this year than I did original art, or like art for my original characters, which I don't really mind. I do kind of want to take on more original drawing projects moving forward, but I'm still quite happy with the pieces that I've done this year. I don't think I've seen as much growth as other previous years because I don't think improvement was necessarily a focus of my art this year, but drawing as a like routine sort of thing and like consistently drawing, that was more of a focus for the year. Another thing I'm quite proud of this year was just the regularity in which that I've drawn. Quite happy with how that went. Some things that I do kind of want to do moving forward in terms of my art is just branching out some more. I feel like I'm kind of tired of just drawing a character in like a facing the camera pose or just like more of a pin-up thing. I want to draw more characters and environments. I want to draw more things that don't necessarily feature characters. I want to draw things in different styles. I want to go more like find a very cartoony style that I can do just whatever and find a really kind of impressionistic style almost. I want to branch out a lot more because I've been feeling a little bit bored, I guess, in not necessarily in that I don't like what I'm doing, I just feel like it's more of the same, where I feel like I'm at the point in my development where I could really branch out more, but it's difficult to branch out because when I start trying to draw things that is different from just like a character, a human character, I feel more like it's starting from ground zero. When I know I'm not like a beginner artist anymore, I feel like I'm definitely more in the intermediate space, but I feel like my my biggest limitation is just the fact that I am so stuck in having to draw characters, human characters at that, and even then it's just I'm stuck in drawing like characters in like modern settings. Maybe I could even try branching into something more fantasy related or something like that. I do feel like I've really branched into doing like more animals and creatures, because I've been doing a bestiary for my friend Dark Petal 16's original novel series. I haven't really posted much of that on my channel, but I do post, like I have a story highlights thing of some of the work that I've done for it on my Instagram if you want to check that out. So that's been helping me kind of branch out more. I also want to play around more with like different colours. I feel like I've been very safe in my colour selections in this past year, where I could really mess around some more. I also feel like this has been the year of grayscale. Between all the creature illustrations I've done and Inktober, I feel like even just this video, it was a couple months ago, but feels like it's been years since I've done just like so many like lively colour things. I feel like for the past like at least 4 or 5 months I've been living in grayscale. Not living in grayscale, but most of my creative work is sat within like the grayscale sphere. I also think that this is the last year that I'm going to be participating in Inktober, as I have done. I might do like other things related to Inktober moving forward, but it's been 3 years running where I've completed it, 2 years running that I did it with the prompt list, and I feel like I've gotten the most that I can get out of Inktober, just because it really did take over the month, and it took over the month without, like, I felt like I was really warmed up constantly. Like, I really enjoyed the thing with drawing daily. I really enjoyed the fact that whenever I did sit down to draw, there wasn't really a period of, well, oh no, I can't draw today, because I was just like, my hands weren't really working. It was more of I sit down with an image in my head based on the prompt, and I can just like sit down and draw it. There was less kind of time in between where I wanted to draw and when I would actually get in the zone for drawing. And yeah, like, I enjoyed that from Inktober, but I think besides that, just like working in inks, working just in grayscale. I know people do coloured stuff for Inktober as well, but I just feel like since I'm going to be finishing college before next Inktober, I feel like leaving Inktober as a thing I did for my 3 years at college is the best that I can do. I feel like it just, I don't know, it's a really interesting way to encapsulate that, I guess, anyway. But yeah, I think 3 years of Inktober is enough for me. So moving forward, I might do November next year. I don't know, it depends where I'm at in my life come November next year. But yeah, that's another thing that, like, I'm very proud of having done Inktober for the third year in a row, but I really want to move forward from that. I also, the fact that I've decided to not continue to upload on a schedule, I feel like it's a double-edged sword in a sense, because I felt like it was not the time, considering how crazy school's being and having to work on a portfolio for my school stuff. It felt like it was very much a stress and anxiety that I did not want in my life. But at the same time, without having the schedule, it's been like, I think a month or something. It's been too long since my last upload, basically, and I feel bad. So I want to not enforce a schedule, but maybe try to give myself a quota of uploads or something like that. Like, I need to upload like, I don't know, 8 times every 4 months or something like that. So it's like roughly 2 uploads a month, or maybe, I don't know, I'm not committing to anything just yet, but I do think that I should give myself some sort of quota, because otherwise it goes, like, I went, I think 3 or 4 weeks without drawing at all for my last weeks of school, and then like my first week of break, I just did not want to do absolutely anything, and I don't feel like that's something that I should do to myself. But this year I also reconnected with video games a lot more, which I really enjoyed. I do enjoy video games quite a lot, and having the Nintendo Switch, and with Pokemon and Super Smash and Let's Go and Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing coming up, I do feel like I really connected with video games again, and I really enjoyed that. And obviously Animal Crossing is going to take over my life after November. Not November, March, I mean. But yeah, overall, I think it's been a pretty good year in terms of my art. In terms of like social media growth, not much has happened, but I'm still living my life, having a good time. Doing a bit more TikTok now, so if you want to follow me on TikTok, I'm at kanetrainer.candy, and I'm having a lot of fun there. It's It's a lot more chill than making a YouTube video, because it's all just like, you don't have to worry so much about a thumbnail, you don't have to worry so much about a title, you don't have to worry about like recording video and audio separate, or just like cleaning it up. You can just do it straight on your phone and it's 15 seconds, so it's like a really good post. And yeah, there might be a lot of stuff that's scrolling by here that you've not seen if you don't follow my Instagram in terms of the art that I've done this year, but yeah, this is roughly everything that I have saved in the one folder. There's a lot more like sketchy stuff that I didn't put in my phone in this folder, but yeah, it's been a really good year in terms of art, and I'm really excited to move on to the next decade and see what that brings for me. Yeah, just really gonna try to branch out some more and to continue growing and living my best life. And yeah, let me know what kind of goals you have for your next year. Let me know what like maybe your proudest achievement of 2019 and where you feel like you could have done more, and like, yeah, let's just have a conversation about like a year reflective in the comments, and try to help each other out, support each other, something like that. See, just scrolling past these, there's just so much that's just black and white, and that's not even including all the creature illustrations. But yeah, this is basically my 2019 retrospective. Let me know what you think, write in the comments all the things that I just mentioned. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you sometime soon.